Today I'm going to show you how you can capitalize sentences and names in various ways in Excel. I'm going to walk you through how to use Propercase, which is capitalizing the first letter of every word, Uppercase, which will convert a string into all uppercase characters, Lowercase, which will do the same, except lowercase all of the characters, and finally sentence case, which I also cover in another video on how to make only the first letter or character in a string capital. So as an example, I'm going to walk you through several random sentences that I have here that are capitalized in random ways. And I'll walk you through these 4 different styles using these random sentences. So first, with proper case. All you have to do to convert a string into proper case, which again means every word has the first letter capitalized, you just type enter. You can either type it into the cell here or type it into this formula bar up here. And then type proper. You can use tab now to autocomplete if you want, or you can just add a open parenthesis. Then either type A2, which is this first cell over here, or you can even just click on that cell to have it auto-populate. And then add a closing parenthesis and press enter. Now, as you can see, this sentence has been capitalized with every single word having the first letter capitalized. Now, you can just copy this formula down by dragging this green square on the bottom right of this cell. You could also just Control C to copy or Command C on Mac and select all the cells down and paste. All of these methods work any way that you want to fill the cell down. I'm just going to use this little green square here and have it automatically copy it down. And as you can see, when you look at each of these cells, the cell reference has changed. So in this case, we're referencing A5, A6, etc. So therefore, you know all of these sentences are being properly capitalized. The next one I'm going to show you is uppercase. So in order to do this, click on C2 in this case, or enter the formula up in this box. Just type enter, lower, and then tab if you want to autocomplete. Again, select cell A2, end parenthesis, and now you have a sentence here that is all lowercase. And you can, of course, copy that down. Next, we have uppercase. So we can type in equals upper A2 and parenthesis, and then just copy that down. And finally, sentence case. So this is a special formula that we cover in another video. So I'm not going to cover the details here. You can go and watch that. I'll link it in the description of this video. But you basically type in a long formula that will try and convert just the first character to uppercase and then the rest of the string to lowercase. So I'll show you that shortcut now. First, we're going to do lower to lowercase, to uppercase. We'll do upper to uppercase. And then I only want the first character, so I'm going to choose left, cell A2, and then 1 for the first character. And then I'm going to do an ampersand, which joins 2 strings. And then I'll type in lower because I want the rest of the string to be lowercase. Right because I want only the right part of the string. Again, select A2. Type in len, len for length. Again, I want A2. And this is measuring the length of the entire string. But I don't want all of that. I want the whole string minus the first character. So I'm going to do -1 and then add 3 end parentheses, press enter. There was an extra parenthesis there, so I needed to autocorrect it. To recap, I have proper case, lowercase, uppercase, and sentence case. Next, I'm going to show you how you can use these same formulas for a list of names. So let's say you have a list of first names and last names, and they're all lowercase or mixed case. Maybe the first name is all capitalized, all uppercase, the last name's all lowercase. Maybe they're both all uppercase and you want to convert them to the same case. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that. You could also have a list of first names and last names combined, so the full name, but I'm going to show you how you can actually combine the names first and then how to convert them into the proper cases. So we're going to start with, for the full name, how do you combine Peter and James? So Peter's the first name, James is the last name. And there's two main ways you can do this in Excel. The first is type equals and then just select cell A, do an ampersand, which joins different strings. Since we want a space in between the names, we're going to then do a double quote, space, double quote. So let's make sure that there's a space in between the names. We're going to do that ampersand again, and then we're going to select the next cell, B2, and then press enter. Now you can see we have the full name, Peter James. Another way you can do this is by using the formula concat. So that stands for concatenate, which does the same thing. So that you can see when you start typing concat, even just the CA, you can see there's two different formulas here. One's an older deprecated version. It still works, but we'd recommend using concat. So you can either just hover over that with your arrow keys, click on it with your mouse, however you, or press tab to complete it. So I'm going to press tab in this case. So it auto completes the formula concat. I select my first cell, A2, put a comma, double quotes, again, similar to what we were doing with the ampersand, and then another comma, select my second cell, B2, end parenthesis, and we also have the full name here. Now, as I've shown you in earlier parts of this video, you can copy down this by just double clicking. And now you have a list of all the names here concatenated. So the first and last name combined with a space in between the names. Now there's a reason down here with Amelia Rose and Bobby Sue that I'm showing you two different types of double first names, one where we have a hyphen and one where we have a space. You'll see once we get to the proper case how Excel actually considers both of those and will auto-correct, even though there's no space. So now we're going to, again, type in proper, as we did in the previous part of the video, and we're going to select C2 in this case because we want the full name. You can also do this with just the first cell, A2 with Peter, if you want just the first name capitalized or just the last name, but in this case I'm going to show you how to do the full name. So now you have Peter James properly capitalized. And what this means is every single first letter of a word, including after hyphens, will be capitalized. So Peter James, the P and J are capitalized. And when I copy this formula down, the A and R in Amelia Rose hyphenated are also capitalized. Now let's say you want the name all in uppercase. Again, you can do this for just the first name, just the last name, or both. I'm going to show you how it works with both. So full name and then lowercase. So the same thing. So all capitalized, all lowercase. And I can select both of these cells if I want and click on the square at the bottom right corner and it will copy the formulas down. And now you can see I have proper case, uppercase, and lowercase versions of the name. And this works if you have 5 names like you have here, or if you have hundreds or thousands of names. It's the same formula, and as soon as you double click that bottom right square, it will copy the formula all the way down.